She has an interesting assortment of tattoos, and I'm pretty sure only her husband should be seeing those, but what do I know?
Let's go back to thinking outside the box, shall we?
Wow, that one even her husband shouldn't see.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
So these are...
Hang on, I have to go burn my corneas now.
There you are. If you need help, let me know.
Is there a way to self-detach your retinas?
Well, I'm sure there must be. You can probably just use a key. In any case, these outside the box thinkers are students who are answering test questions. This was obviously from a science class. Name a solid.
It's when Pete told Link the truth on the Mod Squad.
No.
Google it. It's the TV series, not the movie.
I understand.
Sucked.
No, this kid.
Well, I know you do, but I'm just telling the 4 years old, the people that are under 102.
Name a solid. Poop. Name a liquid.
Not always. Oh no.
Pee. Name a gas.
Yeah.
And he did. That was a. So here's a math question.
Okay.
Answer on your own and hand it to your instructor. That was the
Isn't that what you do on all quizzes?
direction. The water of the Earth's ocean stores lots of heat. An engineer designed an ocean liner that would extract heat from the ocean's waters at T with a subscript H equals 10 degrees Celsius, parentheses 283 Kelvin, and reject heat to the atmosphere at T with a lowercase L, I think, equals 20 degrees Celsius, 293 degrees Kelvin. He thought he had a good idea, but his boss fired him. Explain. Answer. Because he slept with his boss's wife.
See? I love when the answer is much more succinct than the actual silly ass problem.
What ended in 1896?
1895.
That's exactly what the kid said. And finally, let's see. Quadrilateral's perimeter is the test. This is a little hope. And she said, name the quadrilateral because there are squares, there are parallelograms, there are this. So she named them.
Fred,
Kate,
Bill,
Barry, Sam, Bob, and Tedison.
Really? You're going to have a hard time finding a husband with that kind of name choice, kid.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Maybe she can talk him into it.
I bet not.
Back to you.
Sure. So something new for you. We've all heard of bookworms. How about book ants? And we're not talking like, your mother's sister.
Ah, okay.
A Brazilian writer was taken aback after a colony of ants apparently had colonized her Kindle and started buying books with it.
Maybe they were raised in an ant farm that was next to a computer.
Okay, is Kindle the Google one or is Kindle the standalone one?
Kindle's Amazon.
That was it.
Yeah.
Robin has the other one. So I can tell her the story without her going, oh, that's it. It's out of the house. The author first noticed something was off when she couldn't turn on her Kindle after leaving it untouched for weeks while working on a book, according to the Sun. The digital reading device reportedly refused to switch on even when plugged into the outlet. So, thinking it was a connection problem, Vieira blew into the charging point. Haven't we all?
Oh, yeah.
Right? After which a horde of tiny white ants scuttled out, many of them wearing horn-rimmed glasses. The accompanying footage, which I'm not going to show you,
protectors and pens.
Shows the very tiny little, shows the diminutive literati swarming over the screen, and you can see them. It's just very weird. She said she became desperate after realizing the insects could have torpedoed her work. I have several digital books. Many of them are sold out titles in the physical edition. I thought it was gone. She was flustered and put the infested device to the side. She would soon find out that the ants had done more than, well, actually, they hadn't lost her any books. They gained her some. A week later,
nice. They wrote something?
A week later, the flabbergasted Vieira received an email congratulating her for purchasing Isaac Asimov's Robots and Empire.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, you could do worse.
Yeah. Yeah. You could be stuck with Dune.
They could have.
It's a fun story, but it's way too long.
Yeah. You know, it's no Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Right.
Which is a fun story and doesn't try to be epic literature.
42.
It is. I found it to be true. She sent Amazon an email explaining there was a mistake. However, before the e-bazaar could reply, she reportedly received another note congratulating her for buying The Ring of Gygas, an ethical fantasy by a Brazilian author.
So these ants like science fiction.
It looks that way.
Huh.
So it appears the ants have figured out how to use Kindle and her credit card. Well, no, because you probably put it in once. And
I wonder if they do the searches too. She should check the search history.
If they're starting to get into porn, you know you've got teenage ants.
Oh, there you go.
Vieira recounted the surreal situation to her friend, who detailed the story in a tweet that already has more than 75,000 likes. One Twitter fan suggested, why not put the insect-riddled Kindle in the freezer?
Oh, there you go.
The author did.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
It worked.
Oh, good.
She says, so far, at least, no new books have been purchased. I have turned off one-click purchase now. She still hasn't decided whether or not she's going to read the selections the ants bought. She's not alone, though, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Ants purchasing books online is weird, but some species are known to infest and destroy the electronic devices.
Mm-hmm.
Tawny crazy ants, a South American species that invaded the U.S., have a penchant for commandeering your electric device and causing them to short circuit. And in one case, the electronic interlopers hijacked 90 out of 150 air conditioning units in an apartment building in Waco, where it's never too hot.
Right.
Took 2 months to figure it out.
Oh, good grief. That's amazing.
Okay. There are a few times I'm glad I live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
Well, I hope my wife watches this particular episode carefully.
Bring those rat bastard ants up here for a winter. See how they do.
All I'm thinking is that
click away, you six-legged rascals.
I'm just thinking that the next package that shows up from Amazon, it's like ants. She's kind of caught on to my blaming Ian and Drew.
The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. With Asimov bot, they don't know what to do. They'll find another one just for you. And they all go marching down to the store to use your credit card to buy lots of stuff. Boom, 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 boom.
Pennsylvania prosecutors.
You're weird.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that was good. I mean, we sounded great.
We did. Watch out, Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Pennsylvania prosecutors have dropped a felony theft charge against a man who underpaid for a bottle of Mountain Dew by 43 cents.
I'm sorry?
Mm-hmm. They dropped the felony theft charge against a guy.
How can 43 cents be felony theft?
Oh, you just wait.
I don't think I wanna.
This is True Really News covered the story when it happened. And I remember, we did. I remember doing it. Joseph Sobolewski went into an Exxon in Duncannon and saw a sign advertising two 20-ounce Mountain Dew bottles for $3.
Yes.
The 38-year-old homeless man took one bottle, slapped $2 on the counter for what he thought was a $1.50 soda, and walked out. Not realizing the discount did not apply to a single bottle. The bottle really cost $2.29, and including tax, he owed an additional 43 cents. Store calls the police, and since Sobolewski had been charged with theft twice in the past 10 years.
Felony charge.
Once for not paying for a tank of gas, the other time for stealing a pair of shoes from a store. He was arrested and charged with a felony. Under Pennsylvania's three strikes law, a third theft charge is a felony. Regardless of the amount or value involved, he faced up to 7 years in prison. A judge ordered him to be held on $50,000 cash only bond. He was in jail for 7 days before his public defender successfully argued for his release. Since charges have been dropped.
We are a bizarre species.
Let's get tough on crime. Too many people are stealing 43 cents of Mountain Dew.
Hey, you add that up, pretty soon you got $1.
Well, you start with 86 cents. And then it multiplies from there.
Should I do a story? Or should we just quit right there?
You just do your story.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards quitting right there.
Do your story.
A former exotic dancer sells her body, but not in the way you think.
Okay.
You notice it says former exotic dancer?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to do that anymore.
Okay.
Rebecca Blue has become a millionaire by selling literal pieces of herself. No, don't get that weird. We're talking leftover stuff she doesn't need, like toenails, dead skin from her feet, dandruff, even a used, forget what they're called, IUDs, birth control device. Videos detailing the skin merchant's used rags to riches story has amassed thousands of views on TikTok. If you see me throwing something in the trash, but there's a red flag because I'm usually keeping it in my bag to sell later, said the 28-year-old from North Carolina. Stop it.
I want to hurt myself for hearing
this.
Yes,
you do. It's a rather unique and bizarre brand of flesh peddling. It's safe to say a lot of people want a piece of her. Oh, man. On average, the self-proclaimed professional goddess, that's a job now?
I found a new career for us.
I thought we can't be goddesses, we're guys.
We can be goddesses. I know that for a fact.
Well, that's true, because if a chick can be the king of Asgard.
My point.
There you go. The self-proclaimed professional goddess, and it's not an elected position, apparently. You fill out an application. Reportedly rakes in. Are you ready for this? Put that down.
Okay, I'm putting it down. I'm not sipping or drinking.
She makes between $5,000 and $10,000 a month hawking an array of bizarre and rather gross mementos.
Holy shit.
Use tissues, panty liners, and everything in between.
Oh, God almighty.
Yes. She likens the popularity to the trend of people bidding on items used by celebrities. In one of her more bizarre videos with 2.5 million views, the opportunist described how she started selling earwax caked Q-tips for $5 a pop.
No.
I'm feeling dirty just reading this.
I can't unhear this.
It began after Blue's. It began after the then exotic dancer, who boasts 1.1 million TikTok followers, sold one of her stripping outfits for $20. However, while the customer was overjoyed by the purchase, the budding businesswoman initially thought nothing of the sale. That was until Blue became a webcam model and realized there was a growing demand for items that include used underwear, socks. Why? I don't know. Hoping to corner the salacious secondhand goods market. And I mean, really, who knew there was one? The entrepreneur started selling her peculiar mementos on sale. One of her first ventures entailed burping into and sealing bags and then selling them to customers.
Well, that's that one gal was selling farts.
Right? Yeah. Other products have included worn sportswear, used tissues.
Oh, yuck.
Shoes dirtied by excessive walking, and the ever popular so much more. If I go to a salon to get my toes done, I love this. If we go to the salon to get our toes done, I'm asking to keep the flip-flops and the toenail dividers and trying to get my client to pay for everybody's pedicures. It's an upsell charge. She often sells her garbage, proving that one person's trash is indeed another really sick individual's treasure. Literally selling herself soon paid major dividends. She allegedly went from making about $50 a week when she started to raking in more than $1 million in just under 10 years. And she
Is that $100,000 a year?
roughly,
Yeah.
which she credits to documenting her business on TikTok. It was, she says,
weird business.
It was, she says, a no-brainer to continue to share my experience on social media, which has hands down not only grown my business, but allowed me to start an entertainment company.
Doing what?
They don't tell me. Hang on. Self-made woman says the appeal of her merchandise, especially her dirty laundry, lies in the fact that the recycled items carry her scent. Ew. She vacuum seals each product to ensure she claims it retains her pheromones.
Great.
She has recently added toenails and bottles of spit to her ever-growing inventory. They have a picture of this girl, and she looks so freaking normal. Perhaps the most unusual item she ever sold was the IUD,
right,
that she retrieved from her doctor's trash.
Oh.
I had a client who bought strange things like my stuffed animals and my panty liners and some off-the-wall things. Those aren't off the wall.
Enough for you.
Maybe he could use this as a trophy. He offered me 4 figures to have something that was, well, you know where it was located.
Yeah.
4 figures. The proud gal added, so that was hands down one of the highlights of my career. That's both sad and
disgusting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'd say it's about 50-50. 50% sad, 50%,
to make it 100% icky.
Another kinky customer reportedly wanted to buy a used pregnancy test from her.
There's more?
So she could simulate a man's wife trying to have a baby.
Oh, for Pete's
So she went to the dollar store, bought a pregnancy test. Here we go. However, she said that didn't hold a candle to a client who requested a diaper she'd worn. I'm not going any farther with that part.
Yeah.
Blue said her ultimate goal is to provide education and support for people who are embarking on careers selling themselves online.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
This makes my head itch.
Nope, it makes my heart hurt.
On the inside.
I'm pretty sure this is a massive heart attack and not just
a stroke.
I wish it was a stroke.
This is true, really news. Send email to titr@netradio.network.